So this. All right. So first of all, can you introduce yourself, your name, your grade, and how long you've been learning English with American English Center?
Okay, so my name is Anne and my English name is Susan. I'm in grade 10 and I've been learning with you guys English Center for like more than 5 years.
Okay, that sounds about right. And what do you remember about the time when you first started learning
Ooh, this
English
is
with us?
an interesting question for me. I remember back then I was like shy and barely knew anything about English. And when I joined you guys, the first thing is I felt nervous. I was I thought I might maybe make the class fun and make fun by the class. However, when I joined the class, it was very fun and welcoming by all the students. Also, I love the the games and the songs you guys first used when I first went to you to learn, and it helped me feel comfortable and excited to learn.
Okay, so you were actually a little bit worried about being teased by other students potentially because you didn't feel comfortable much with English.
Yeah, at that time it was.
I remember at that time was COVID-19. And before that, you were learning communication English with me.
Yeah.
So I suggested you to switch from my class to Mr. David's class. And in that class, Mr. David started to build IELTS foundation. And then over time, he also brought IELTS practice tests to teach you guys, right?
Yeah.
So I remember like you started to learn with me from when you were 5 years old or 6 years old, right?
I remember 6 years old.
And now, what grade are you in now?
Like I said, I'm in grade 10 right now, and I think we have gone through a long journey with each other.
Yeah.
So talk about how hopefully you feel more comfortable at this point with English.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Do you feel comfortable enough that let's imagine if you were to turn up in an English speaking country, how do you think that experience would go?
Well, I, to be honest, I have never been to a country where they just fully speak English. But if I have a chance, I would love to go there to experience how the environments or the atmosphere they made me feel. Also, if I come to that place, I would try as much as I can to communicate with the foreigners there so I can know more about the way they talk to each other. Also, I want to talk in a natural way so they could understand me more.
So it doesn't sound like you feel intimidated at this point about the idea much of interacting with English speaking people, native speakers, right?
Yeah, I think I have gained confidence through lessons with you guys, so that is a great news.
Okay. Do you remember any fun or memorable moments from any of your classes, communication or IELTS classes?
Ooh, I remember um uh in the IO class we were taking a listening test, and I don't remember clearly the topics, but there was very tricky questions that all of us couldn't solve with either Mr. David, and then we have a really interesting conversation with each other, and then we have the conclusion at the end, and we realize that none of our answer is correct, And after that, we look at the solution and we know our problem and fix that.
Okay. So just an experience where everybody learns something.
Yeah, and that's a very great experience for me.
Okay. Um, let's talk a little bit more about the IELTS class.
Okay.
Did you find it challenging at first to transition from communication into IELTS?
Yeah, it was like definitely a challenge at first. Like when I start learning IELTS with you, I found that the format was new for me, and also there are some academic levels of vocabulary that I couldn't understand, and that caused me a big problem to understand what the passage or the reading talking about. But you have guided me some tips and some useful way to deal with it. So I am confident to do a reading test right now and maybe have a great score.
Okay. So you feel like your various skills have improved substantially in the time you've been in the class?
Yeah, I think my band have gained.
Hmm. Okay. Can you share a specific tip or strategy that you've learned in the class that you think made a difference?
Mm, okay. I think you taught me a lot of tips, but the one that I remember the most is in the writing task one. And you said that instead of just giving information or the statistic from the information, the topic, I mean the paper give us, you should develop it as a
Đó.
story. So the one who mark our test can uh understand and know more about, instead of just numbers, they can understand we can use our English to
Mhm.
make a full paragraph which is clear for.
Okay, so basically turning facts and details into a narrative and tell a story about what you see rather than just presenting statistics or other
Yeah,
information. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's great. Um, what part of the IELTS class do you think helped you the most so far?
Well, I think it's the writing part because I used to write in a very bad way. I don't know how to use the word like correctly. My grammar was not great, but after a lot of practice and I put a lot of efforts in my work, I think I have improved, and my writing at the moment is probably better than the one that I have written in the past.
I would say for sure that's true. Let's talk a little bit about the style of lessons from American English Center. Is there anything you like about our way of teaching that's maybe different from other education centers?
Well, I think the thing that makes you guys different from other English center is the patient and how you guys encouraging your student. Like for example, when we do a reading test, you will ask us to read the whole passage out loud, and for each paragraph, you will ask us if there are any vocabularies that is new for us. Then you will explain it in a very clear way, so you make sure that everyone is fully understand, and you maybe you just don't just teach, but you also inspire us.
Okay, well, that's great to hear. And I guess the point you're making is not only do we find out what the right answer is, or even talk about the right kind of strategy to do the test, but really kind of dig into why certain answers are correct and make sure that everybody's getting information that's relevant as well. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about your personal journey and achievements. Is there anything you feel proud about with your own English learning or achievements so far?
Well, I think is my range of vocabularies have gained. Like I used to be short on words while I'm talking to you guys in the speaking test, and I don't know how to use the word correctly. However, we have done a lot of practice. There are some advanced vocabulary you introduce us, and I found this very good and nice to use. And after that, I have used those words in a very natural way. So it makes my answer become better.
Okay. By the way, I like the way you used the collocation short on words back there in a very natural way. That was great. Um, do you think your IELTS is helping you with your preparation for future goals?
Yeah, I think IELTS helped me not only in uh practicing English but also schoolwork. Like I can write better essays in my literature class. Also, if there are some science essay in my class, I can fully understand it because reading in IELTS have a lot of these kind of topics in science field, and yeah, I think that's helps me a lot.
Okay. And I would hope that you just feel more comfortable communicating in general as well. Um, is there a certain score that you're targeting in the future?
Well, yeah, I'm currently thinking of band 7.5 or more because that is the perfect band for me to apply the scholarship of the some universities. So
Okay. So it'll help you get the scholarship that you need for university if you can get at least a 7.5.
yeah.
Great. Um, oh, it's all right. She should be back momentarily.
So when does she plan to take IELTS?
Yeah,
And
Sorry, my internet wasn't really
that's okay. It was a
good
good time for it
at
to
the
cut
moment.
out instead of right in the middle of a nice answer, right? Good timing. Uh, when do you plan to take the IELTS test?
Well, I'm in grade 10 now, so in the summer I'm going to take it,
Okay.
like the summer of grade 10.
Maybe in the next
So
6 to 8 months or thereabouts, 10 months, 8 or 10 months, I guess.
yeah, because I can use that certificate to instead of taking the test to graduate from high school, I can use IELTS so I don't have to take the English test.
Okay. Um, let's talk about maybe you have a message for other students who are thinking about joining the IELTS class. What would you say to them?
Well, I would say that just join and then you will find how great you are. You will know your level and improve it. Also be confident in yourself so you can improve uh, every day. And that is what I want to say to people who like want to join this course.
Okay.
one more question. So many students want to take IELTS, and they just join IELTS classes after classes. They don't make efforts much at home to learn IELTS. Can you talk a little bit about your consistency of self-learning at home?
Yeah, because my workload at school is very high too, so I will usually practice IELTS during weekends, specifically after learning with Mr. David, and I will spend my evening doing some tests on some useful website that Mr. David shared with us earlier, and through that I will learn some knowledge, and also I will know more vocabularies, so it would increase my band in the future.
Okay. So, like most good students, you understand the importance of not just taking a class, but trying to apply what you've learned and maybe reinforce it with additional learning beyond the classroom as well.
So how do you feel when you learn in class and also learn at home? Do you feel pressured? You push yourself off the limit, or you feel motivated when you learn?
Yeah, I think I feel more motivated than push myself. Like while learning with Mr. David, I can uh stand out of my comfort zone. I try to do some hard tests so I can see what level am I. So through that, I can have some uh methods or way to improve it. So the next time I do it again, I will make excellent performance.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Susan, for sharing your ideas with us and people who hopefully will take a look at our uh, website. Really appreciate it. And congratulations on your progress that you've made.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
All right.
So, congratulations on the progress you've made through the years. And of course, we'll be here to support you moving forward and looking forward to helping you get the great score that you're aiming for in the future.
Thank you.
All right. Good
Thank you
night.
for
Take care.
Good night, you guys.
Bye
See
bye.
you.